Welcome, Virgo friends. Doing your heart spread today. It's for mid-September. I can use the Klimt art deck to clarify if I need. Hopefully I remember to use it. But very evocative, this deck. I'm using the classic Gilded Tarot to read from today, guys. So, it's a heart spread, 8 cards. Look at you and your person, kind of look at first house, 7th house point of view. I do this, by the way, every Wednesday is always Leo and Virgo Day, so I have a schedule. I do all signs every week, 6 days, 2 signs every day. So start with Aries and Taurus. It's straightforward, but always you can find your heart spread on Wednesdays. Do you join me if you haven't for the soul family read, a collective read that I do. It's not too long, every morning, and on Fridays do the weekend soul family read. And see if you resonate with that. I want to follow with that. I would really love it. It doesn't matter your sign. Also, starting this weekend, Friday, I'll have the new singles read coming out. It's a soulmate, twin flame oriented manifestation singles read. This is going to go for it. I've been thinking a lot on the singles read, and I want it to be right. It's also going to be a daily read. That's for whoever resonates, a collective read. I'm not going to do the signs. So it's kind of like the soul family. Soul family reads more like you're just doesn't really have to be a relationship oriented, but I kind of am relationship oriented channel, so that tends to come up. But I tend to try to look more at us, and I kind of include myself in the soul family read. I kind of focus more on us and our issues, kind of spiritually what's going on, not as much as with the heart spread. We really are focusing here on who's on your mind and who's on in your heart. This is who it's going to pick up on. Now this is showing where you are in and around relationships. If you're a cross watcher of Virgo, it's kind of a Virgo card in my opinion. You might not find that in any textbook. But to have the Ace of Pentacles show up as where your mind and heart is at in and around relationships now, that's a very solid energy to come in with. And I kind of try to read this detached a little bit from the person you're thinking of, and kind of look at where you're at, kind of like soul family, okay? Kind of look at where is your mind at in and around relationships. And I would say to any cross-watcher man, you know, if there's any doubt that your Virgo is sincere, this card screams sincerity. Now, are all Virgos sincere? Obviously not. But is Virgo the energy of sincerity? It most definitely is, okay? The Virgin, the classic Virgo energy, the Virgo archetype, it doesn't kind of embody sincerity and modesty. And so I'd say when I see an Ace of Pentacles, I see someone, and I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass, how I read it. This is someone, you're being yourself, you're being, what's the word, thoughtful, considered, like you're not rushing, you've thought things through, and you want to give your cup to someone, you know. So we'll have to see, let's see how your person's coming in. Wow, I like this, Virgo. Now your person's coming in, this is where they're at, where their mind is at in and around relationships. I believe they have marriage on their mind. I just heard you can't keep these two apart. You can't keep these two apart, Dave. That's what I heard. So obviously I say I attempt to read this as your energy, the 1 and 2 positions, detached from your person. But many times that's impossible. In any case, your person is sincere too, in their intentions about marriage. Like this, if this isn't true, then this is not your reading. Your person wants to get married. You know, your person's not someone saying, "I'll never get married again." You know, one of them, there's no need in marriage. They like it. They want it. Now, this is how you're reacting once you're in. This is your energy reacting to them now that you're in a relationship. And I'm laughing because this is not a Virgo energy. But you're all, those cross-watcher, they are very sincere and they are ready to fall into your arms, man. They are ready. Virgo wants to be swept off their feet. Virgo is being swept off their feet. Man or woman, that's what that is. The Fool. Now let's see how they're reacting to you. Four of Pentacles. Wow. They're feeling threatened by you. See, this is very strange. I don't know who you're dealing with here in terms of sign or anything. But you know, sun sign's so little. You know, a lot of Virgos could be banging Leo energy. Could be banging Scorpio energy. You just don't know. But your person, clearly this is withholding from you. And I get the sense that, you know, this is not emotional. It's kind of physical. I think it's kind of frightening them. It's like they want to, look, you got the Four Wands, and, you know, also wands are actions, also fire. And, you know, they're really burning good there. But now when they get into, it's like this is kind of like they want something, but then when they get it, they're like, uh-oh. It's a little bit of reactive attachment, where there's a lot of it, so I bring it up a lot. I'm sorry. But Google it or something if you're not familiar. A reactive attachment disorder is not a deal breaker. It just kind of depends on how bad it is, and it's nice if someone can recognize it, because everything that's unconscious gets projected, according to Carl Jung. I think that's pretty much true. So if you're aware of this, you can take care of it. But the thing is, though, they're looking right at you. And it's like, I feel like I'm not saying they're a male even, but I just feel the energy of a little boy, the way this Four of Pentacles is looking here. And the little boy, he's like he really wants to just let go, just drop those. He's holding those pennies, he wants to just drop them and just run into your arms. But it's like he just sort of doesn't know what to do. It's like fight, flight, or freeze. And he's freezing here. I'm not saying it's a man, it's just a metaphor. So let's see what the advice is for you. Eight of Pentacles. Wow, with the Pentacles here. Well, you know, this, everyone knows, maybe, I don't know if you watch me, it's one of my favorite cards in the deck. You know, these are personal energies. The only one here that's a major arcana is the Fool. So what that tells me is, like, you're so gone from them. They're triggering you something in your chart here around Uranus or Pluto or both here with the personal planet, Venus, Mars, if you know your synastry. And so, or it could be like Moon on the AC, Moon on Pluto energy too. You know, even Moon on Mars can be like this. Moon on Venus definitely be like that. But Eight of Pentacles, your advice is to do the work. Let's see what their advice is. Nine of Wands. Wow. So they're overwhelmed, and they put a lot, they're getting advice here to recognize the fact that basically they're tired, I believe. And they probably have too much on their plate. I was going to say when I originally came in, this could mean that they're already in a marriage. Let me just clarify that. It's the Klimt Art deck. Let's clarify, Spirit, we ask in the name of love and light, so it serves the greatest good here. This person, it's Virgo's dealing with here, they got the hots for them. I hope you don't have the hots for them because they're unavailable. Let's not go there. You're a very sincere person, you know, and, you know, we ain't playing around here. Let's see what's going on with them. So we have the Eight of Wands. Wow. I'm going to take that with the Eight of Wands clarifying with the Klimt Art card here. And this Four of Wands. And it's interesting that they're both Wands. So you may well be dealing with a fire sign here, guys. Aries, Leo, or Sag. Also think of 5th and 9th house and 1st house too with this energy going on, especially in your composite synastry chart, your composite relationship chart. But I have the feeling, and you get now, look, 4 of Wands, and then you get the clarification of the Eight of Wands, and then you have the Nine of Wands as their advice. It's like, I think, I was wondering about this, because I was wondering why they're withholding from you. And there even could be withholding resources, okay? It's very, a lot to withhold. They're not just withholding their thoughts or even withholding their emotions, like they're kind of withholding their time, maybe. You know, it's like, no, I really can't see you right now. This could even be, I can't be with you right now because I'm married. And they're putting a lot of energy into this Four of Wands. Now, you don't put this much energy into Four of Wands if it's just you generally. You know, sometimes some of us get that feeling like, man, I really want to be married, you know. I want to find a wife, I want to find a husband. But this Eight of Wands is telling me there's a whole lot of action going on. and it's kind of wearing them out. And I don't think they really realize it. It's like they're trying to burn both the candle from both ends in terms of a relationship. I don't really yet. I just don't have a sense intuitively that they're exactly. I don't think they're like fucking their ex, but they might have kids together. They might be involved, and they're probably just busy with work as a person. And I get the feeling like again, it's that the Four of Wands to the Four of Pentacles is they thought they wanted this, but once they got it, they don't know. And that's that little boy, he's stalled and he kind of wants to just drop and run to you, but he doesn't really know why he doesn't, but he doesn't. And he's just looking, but he's looking very longingly at this Fool. Like they want you to throw yourself at them, but at the same time, it's like they kind of can't deal with it right now for some reason. I don't read the bottom of the deck in this reading, guys, so you see that card, that's not relevant. The Moon card is your advice from Spirit. This makes all kind of sense here. This is the core of the relationship. Now we move into the composite chart. You're getting advice for the relationship as a whole. And here, guys, I think with the Moon here, the advice is there's something not being seen. There's something being under the surface here. It's probably something that neither one of you are really aware of. I don't think this is like something that's being deliberately withheld. There might involve deliberate withholding information, like maybe they're not really telling you about how involved they are with the ex. Maybe you just say, we're divorced or whatever, right? So let's get a clarification. I almost did the wrong cards. Let's get a clarification on the Moon. What is it that's, this is in the relationship as a whole, kind of how this would work. It would be, like you're a Virgo and you would think you wouldn't do this, but for some reason, like you're not asking the questions about the details. Like maybe they're saying like, well, we're just divorced and, I got the kids on every other weekend and I pick them up. And you don't really, because you're in this Fool energy, when it comes to them, you're like a little girl. It's like, it's your first dance, and the hottest guy at school just asks you to dance, and you're just like lost your little fucking mind, right? It's like you can't think for like 5 minutes, right? With them, it's that kind of energy. You could be a guy, it's just reverse, it's the same thing, right? You're the little geeky guy, the hot babe, comes and says, dance with me, sweetie, and you're just losing your mind, so you're not really thinking. Because I would think normally you guys would be the ones that would definitely want to call this kind of out. And, let's see if we'll get an idea here. We're back to the Nine of Wands. All these wands. Now we've got two Nine of Wands here. I think it's talking about them. I really do. I don't think this is about you. Although this is a relationship advice as the relationship as a whole. In order to have this relationship, your person has to recognize the fact that they're just about worn out from whatever it is they're doing. And this has to do, it's going back to the Eight of Wands here, and the Four of Wands. It's like they're wearing themselves out. And this is actions too. I mean, they also could just be working 2 jobs. And, they're not returning your energy. That's the thing with the Four of Pentacles. I mean, with the Fool, you're kind of giving them everything. And you're coming in as the Ace of Pentacles. You're solid as hell. And they have the potential to be solid, but their energy is being split. Look, we only got so much energy, right? So many hours in a day. And no matter how well-meaning they are, if they're trying to burn this candle at both ends, that would be the problem. And this is kind of like a warning to them, okay? That, this is burnout, really. And I think they're in the danger of losing this relationship if they already have it. So I really want to see what the outcome is here. On this heart spread, Spirit, in the name of light, love, so as serves only the highest good. Can you give us an outcome card for our Virgo reading today? This is a very complicated situation. I would get the feeling that part of it with your person is they don't want to admit to themselves, because the Moon is stuff we don't really see about ourselves. It's not really a lie. It's like the Seven of Swords or something. It's that lie that we tell ourselves, but we don't really know we're telling ourselves a lie. It's that lie you told yourself by not going into the details, Virgo. Okay, so something like that. It's like they're just refusing to look at the fact that they're overwhelmed. They might well be overwhelmed. Not very much emotion here, but I'm gonna have to take that 9-4. I was waiting for a pop out. The Tower. Wow. I'll tell you what this is, or you freak out too badly. I'm not sure about how the relationship's going to go, but this Tower is coming to your relationship. And the Towers, if you watch any tarot, people say it's not always a bad thing. I'd see it a lot as Uranus energy. So look at 14 degrees Uranus, opposite my Venus almost by 2 degrees, and it will be before long. But see where it is in the chart, and see where it is in your composite chart. That's going to make a hell of a lot of difference. Look where 14 degrees Uranus is in your composite. And here I would look at the progressed composite, if you can do that. Let me know if you want to do astrology too, and I love synastry. But the progressed composite may show this happening with you guys. And I think this is something about their marriage. Probably their marriage. Fuck it, it's a marriage. It's something about their marriage. Like, it's going to come out, it's going to come apart. It's and okay, I'm going to clarify the Tower and see where it goes from there. But I think it's going to be in your hands. Your Fool energy is getting slapped in the face right here, because the Tower's coming up between the 4 of Pentacles, then withholding and being uncertain and feeling probably overwhelmed, and you just throwing yourself at them. And in the middle of this, so I see this that I don't want to put anything on you because I'm not, but you instigated for them this Tower, because however it shook out, you know, you being there, you being available, them standing there holding the pentacles, wanting to drop them, wanting to run to you, but feeling like they can't, it made them take some kind of action, okay? And it might have, I think if they haven't taken the action, I always say this could also be a singles read. So we're looking at a future person here. That could be really helpful. If you see someone come in, you know, fucking, okay, how's it helpful? Ask the detailed questions, you know that you're smitten and you've lost your fucking mind. Talk to your best friend. Tell them everything. And let them ask the question, you know, get their advice. So maybe you get to this quicker. But I feel like, let's see what the clarification is, that there's hope with the Tower here. Because what comes, you know, next is freedom after the Tower. You know, get an opportunity. It gives you an opportunity. That's what Uranus does, you know. You might lose your job, but it's giving you an opportunity to get another job that may end up being better. As an ex-boss used to say when he would fire people, he wouldn't say you're fired. He said, I'm going to give you an opportunity to succeed somewhere else. That's like if Uranus was talking out loud. Okay, guys. 3 of Cups. No. No, you're going to find out that they're probably still involved with the ex, but I think it is going to bring an end to that relationship. It looks like it's going to bring an end to this relationship, Leo. And believe me, I hate to say that, you know, readings that are negative like this, you know, I get a lot of numbers, but I got caught like I see it. I don't know how, I don't want to go out and clarify this more. You always have a choice in life. You always have a choice. I mean, you can ask them. I mean, they're obviously attracted to you, and I think their marriage is going to end, you know, but there's definitely something going on in terms of them being involved. I mean, you know, now you finally, I was saying there's no cups. Well, now you finally got a cup, but not the cup you want, you know. It's not the Ace of Cups, not 2 of Cups, not 10 of Cups, not the Queen, King of Cups. It's the 3 of Cups. So if there was any question, you know, they may be sincere, like they really were smitten with you, and I think you can, I don't think you should take credit because it's nothing to do with you. It's this, because of their attraction to you and their reaction to you, you know, it caused them to, I don't know how you want to look at this, fumble the marriage, end the marriage, I don't know. Could be their husband, wife looked at the phone. Could be it instigated them, you know, saying to the husband or wife that, you know, I want a divorce. But I think like what's going on, clarifying the moon with the Nine of Wands, is the reason why they're so overwhelmed. They might be a Scorpio. It's a little bit of a joke. But only a Scorpio can keep two women deliriously happy at the same time, so you almost can't really blame them. But I think they were actually still involved physically, with their ex. And I think that was wearing them out too, maybe in more ways than one, okay? Like maybe they have a little guilt about it and everything like that. So it's going to come apart, and I think you can count on this. You got that Fool energy, so it wouldn't surprise me as you think of this as an opportunity to have them, and I think that could definitely be the case. I just would want to know kind of exactly what's going on with this ex, and with the relationship like this, you literally don't want later when this wears off, Fool will wear off after the romance phase. Trust me, a year at the most, right? And then you're going to be asking yourself, are they going to do that to me? Because they were lying to me, and they were lying to their ex-husband, ex-wife, apparently. So it balls in your court, Virgo. Thank you, guys.